What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Bernardo. This channel is geared for all guys in their 50s and 60s who want to up their game, look and feel better about themselves in grooming, fitness, fashion, and lifestyle. Rock it. Let me ask you something. How many times have you got caught in a rut where you've got so many things to do and you just don't know where to start? You might want to start one thing and then all of a sudden you're thinking of the second and third thing you got to do, and then the fourth and fifth, and then what happens? You end up getting nothing done because as soon as you start the first thing, you're worrying about everything else. Okay, what I want to do is I want to give you 8 tips on what I do daily to get through my day. I'm just like you. I got so much going on out there. I do the same thing. I get caught in a rut where I start one thing, then I'm gonna do another thing, and then I'm gonna do another thing, and guess what? Nothing gets done. So before we get into this video, I'm just gonna tell you, if you do like it, give the video a thumbs up because it'll help my channel grow, and don't forget to subscribe. Tip number 1, you're not overwhelmed, you're just unorganized. Here's 4 things you can do to beat that. Wake up earlier, create a to-do list, set deadlines, and stick to your schedule. Tip number 2, stay focused. You know, in the real world, everybody wants results, but no one wants to stay focused. The gap between your current life and the life you want is called focus. Focus 100% on one thing. Don't focus on 5 things and only get 20%. Where are you going with that? Tip number 3, you have to make gradual improvements. You can't go all the way up to level 10 with level 1 habits. I'll give you a few examples. Like, say you want to start reading a book, but you hate the monotony of reading the whole thing, okay? That makes me want to throw up on my mouth. But you know how you do that? You start by reading 1 page. If you want to start writing, it's the same thing. You don't want to think about writing 30, 40, 50 pages, okay? Start with writing 1 page. If you want to work out, oh my God, the anticipation of having to go to the gym every day and working out and building a better body, I know that's horrible. Start with working out 1 day. Always remember, minor improvements over time will lead to big changes in your life. Tip number 4, start looking at things diagnostically. Instead of focusing on the negatives, ask yourself this: what am I in control of? What can I do better? And how can I improve things? A problem-solving mindset will always get you through the roadblocks. Tip number 5, create a high-volume network. So what this means is, it sounds cliche, but you know, you are who you hang with. And if you're hanging with negative people, with just a horrible outlook on life, in business, and just anything in general, what's that gonna do? It's gonna bring you down. You know, you need to separate yourself from those people, and you need to hang with positive people. Now, I'm not saying that you could just run and get positive people, but you got to network yourself. You got to do the right things to surround yourself with people with a positive outlook. Tip number 6, it's read quality books. You can get a great ROI from reading books. That means return on investment. You can get decades of knowledge just by reading a book for a few hours. The time, money, and the mistakes you'll save yourself are far worth the investment. So make reading a daily habit and you'll get yearly returns. All right, we're winding down over here. So tip number 7, it's get into deep work. Let's just picture your life as currency. How you spend that currency is your biggest investment. Knock off hours. Focus on one thing. Remove all distractions. And guess what? You're going to be ahead of 90% of the people that are out there. So the 8th and final tip is find your purpose. You know, if you don't have a purpose in life, with a direct plan, it's very hard to live a fulfilled life because you're always just living in this bubble of things that you have to do, things you wanted to accomplish, things you never got done. And if you don't do the 8 things that I told you, that rut is going to continue and continue and continue. I know this is going to be hard, all right? It was hard for me at first. It's hard to stick to a plan. It's hard for change. Anything worth it in life is going to take change. So listen to these 8 tips and start implementing them. You ain't got to do them all at one time because, again, if you are an overwhelmed person, this again could become overwhelming. So again, start out with tip 1, maybe tip 4, then incorporate tip 2, and then go to 7. Do yourself a favor, save the video. Watch this video several times. You can't just pick up everything one time and say, okay, I'm going to remember, everything Frank said. That's not going to happen. Do yourself a favor. Watch the video several times. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule in watching this video. If you did find the information useful or helpful, do me a favor, give the video a like, and don't forget to subscribe. And always remember one thing, guys in their 50s and 60s, we're not dead. We're just getting started.